if you haven't noticed it by now, there's so many people that are turning to Christ, and you can't tell me that it is just a hype at the moment. You see, with me, I never wanted to come to Christ because of the fact that I felt like I wasn't good enough. I kept on doing things in my past life that would be considered cool in the world. And those are the exact same things that kept me away from going to Christ or even reading my Bible. It made me feel dirty on the inside, as if I wasn't good enough. And I also didn't feel like going to church because it felt like people who were in church were judgmental and only wanted to change who I was as a person. It was only when I was at my lowest point in my life that I discovered Christ. And it wasn't because things were not going great for me. I had an amazing time with my family. I had everything I needed, but I felt empty on the inside. I had a loving family. I had friends. I had all that a guy could ask for at the time, but something was still missing. And it was only when I decided to lay down my life and what I personally wanted to desire and drive for and give it to Christ that I discovered my true life. It was only once I decided on my own to give God a chance that He really came through for me. And the Bible says, seek God with all your heart. If you diligently seek for Him, He is going to diligently come after you. The greatest example I have of how God's mercy works is my dad. No matter how many times I hurt him, no matter how many times I disappointed him, he was always there to welcome me with open arms, with love and support. And that is how God works. He's not someone who's out there to try and punish you or to try and reprimand you for everything you do. Yes, we have consequences to our choices and our decisions that we make, but at the end of the day, God came and died on a cross in the form of Jesus so that we can be reconciled to Him in a relationship. He knew that we were never going to be good enough to be able to hold all of these rules. So in order for us to be able to be righteous, we have to have Christ in us. And it's only once we accepted Christ into us that His love for us and that mercy and that unconditional love that we experience from Him causes us to not want to do certain things anymore. And then it's by His Spirit that we walk a path that eventually leads to a life changed. And it's not a life that you feel like you're following rules. It comes naturally. It becomes a part of who you are. And it's not boring like people make it out to seem. It's a life fulfilled. Just please like, subscribe, so the channel can grow and more people can hear the message that I proclaim on this platform.